Hello, Namaste. In this module, let us understand various arguments against the policy of protection and also role of protection in developing countries. The main argument against the policy of protection is that it leads to lethargy. The policy of protection encourages lethargy and inefficiency among the producers. The producers enjoying protection would lack the pressure to work hard and become efficient as they do not face any competition. So, the industries enjoying protection would like to continue as an inefficient industry in order to enjoy protection. So, this is not a good sign. Secondly, the secondly, the it leads to political corruption. Always, the policy of protection breeds corruption. The owners of the industries, they approach politicians, the government to confer the protection because they want to enjoy under the umbrella of protection. So they may corrupt the politicians, they may bribe the politicians in order to extend protection. Number three, the policy of protection leads to inefficient pattern of resource allocation, which causes a decline in the level of productivity in the economy. This would lead to lower levels of output. So, misallocation of resources is the argument against the policy of protection. Number four, policy of protection lead to the exploitation of consumers. Consumers would be forced to buy the locally produced commodities, which may be high price commodity and low quality commodities. So domestic consumers will be deprived from the opportunity to enjoy high quality, low priced commodities originated in the foreign country. Policy of protection leads to the emergence of monopoly power, which is detrimental to the economic welfare of the citizens of the country. Protection leads to the emergence of monopoly industries, which may charge exorbitant price for their commodities, which may produce substandard, low quality commodities. They may not be interested to adopt latent technology and bring a cost efficiency. So, emergence of monopoly means they will be burden to the economy. And finally, there is danger of retaliation. If a country resort to the policy of a protection, restricting the imports from foreign countries, even foreign country may resort to the policy of protection in retaliation. As a result, we may not be able to export more. So the very purpose of imposing or providing protection to our domestic industry will be nullified by the retaliatory measure by a foreign company or a foreign country. So these are the important arguments against the policy of protection. Now let us say the importance of protection from the viewpoint of developing countries. Many economists like Raul Prebisch, Singer, Lewis, Gunnar Myrdal, they have argued the policy of protection in favor of developing countries because they consider the policy of protection as an instrument to initiate and accelerate the process of development or process of economic development in the developing countries. Main argument is protection is resorted to encourage capital formation, We know that developing countries do face the problem of acute shortage of capital. So, by resorting to the policy of a protection, we can conserve our savings, we can encourage saving, we can avoid conspicuous wasteful consumption expenditure and encourage saving, which will facilitate or which will encourage the capital formation of a country, which will contribute to greater economic development. The argument is, so in developing countries have been experiencing a decline in their terms of trade with its adverse effects on their economies. This is mainly due to the nature of the commodities they export and import. So some economists argue that the developing countries should impose tariff on their exports and imports as a means of improving their terms of trade. So developing countries need to resort to the policy of protection to improve their balance of payment condition, terms of trade, and have larger share in the gains from international trade. So, policy of protection is advocated for developing countries for improving their balance of a payment condition. Most of the developing countries today are confronted with the disequilibrium in the balance of payment, deficits in the current account of the balance of payment. So they need to increase exports and reduce imports to correct their balance of payment problem. So to encourage export and to discourage import, naturally developing country has the only way of protection. Another argument in favor of a protection for developing countries is to stabilize commodity prices. Most of the developing countries today are confronted with the problem of price instability, periodical fluctuations in the price level causing disequilibrium in the balance of payment. So they need to impart stability in the prices in order to attain or speed up the process of development. So in order to stabilize commodity prices, developing country has to go for the policy of protection, which will allow the government to intervene in the international trade by way of commodity agreement, which will encourage a country to export the commodity, and also establishment of the buffer stock operations, which will stabilize the prices of commodities in the domestic economy. And you know, developing countries face the problem of acute shortage of capital. So they need to attract foreign capital into their economy. So in order to attract foreign capital into their economy, they need to confer protection to the domestic industries. When protection is conferred to the industries, MNCs will get into our economy in order because they enjoy tariff exemptions. So MNCs will be attracted into the economy. There will be inflow of capital into our economy. So developing countries can overcome the shortage of capital by attracting foreign capital. And to attract foreign capital, a nation has to resort to the developed countries may resort to dumping of their commodities in the developing countries. Dumping is a trade strategy under which a foreign company sells its products in another market at a below cost price. The object of dumping is to capture the foreign market or to clear the unsold stocks. So protection is adopted by the developing countries, as a counter strategy and encourage the development of domestic industries. Infant economy argument put forwarded by Gunnar Myrdal and others in favor of the policy of protection in the developing countries. They argue that the present day developing countries are all very infant economies. Being very weak and inexperienced would not be able or would not be in a position to compete with the well established developed economies, particularly in the early stages of development. These developing economies also suffer from various kinds of structural weaknesses and factor disproportions. These factors make it necessary for developing countries to impose protective measures. So, in this module, we have studied arguments against the policy of protection and also why developing countries need to resort to the policy of protection. Thank you.